Let's play this out, because we may be in a situation where, come close to the election, we are encouraging people to vote by mail, which a number of states do very successfully. And as they do that, the turnout tends to be pretty good. But in this instance, it might get complicated for people. And Donald Trump is laying the ground to question voter fraud, to question mail-in ballots with a baseless accusation that it contributes to voter fraud. But how do you prepare yourself for this, and how do you prepare your constituents for this?
Well, the first thing we should be doing now is understanding what the president is already doing to the U.S. Postal Service. He has sent his henchmen over to run it, and I'm already getting complaints from people who are saying that they believe that the president of the United States is managing the delivery systems, slowing it down, interfering with people being able to get their mail. And so I believe what I'm hearing, and we should put this at the top of our agenda, that we are not going to allow the president of the United States to dismantle the United States Post Office and undermine the possibility that absentee votes could be used in the next election. He is going to try and say, no matter what happens, if he does not win, he's going to say that it was a fraudulent election, that somehow this election has been undermined by the Democrats. He's going to blame us for it. And so we can anticipate what he's going to do, because he has defined himself. He has shown us who he is. He has shown us what he's capable of doing. This man is capable of doing whatever he thinks is in his best interest. Be damned the people. And so we should be putting it at the top of our agenda. But it's unfortunate, while this pandemic is going on, we're trying to respond to it. We're trying to make sure that the cities and states get adequate money to take care of all of these people who are putting their lives on the line for us every day, the nurses and the doctors. We're trying to do something about keeping people from being evicted and put out on the streets. We're trying to keep, the homeowners from holding on to their property and have forbearance in a way that will help them to not only keep their property, but be confident that they don't have to pay a lump sum to pull it out of forbearance, that perhaps this can all be worked into when the property is sold. We're working so hard for small businesses in this country to make sure that they can stay alive and they don't close down. And for $600 to the poorest of Americans who are depending on this $600 to put food on the table for their children. This is what we're working on so hard. McConnell is not responding, and the president of the United States is undermining all aspects of government and interfering with our ability to move forward and do the right thing by the people of America.
And I want to just remind our viewers, because we started the conversation this hour with Chuck Schumer,